going on, y'all? How's your guys' day going? Hope you're having a good day. My day's good. Thank you for asking. So apparently, Feederism is suddenly normal and accepted and popular. It's supported even through engagement, through social media, as everything is now. And for those who are luckily enough unfamiliar with what Feederism is, that is the sexual kink of gaining weight. Now, the technical definition is a variety of things. It could be considered as watching people eat, feeding people, watching people gain weight, a lot of different things, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't think mukbangs would fall under Feederism. They're starting to. They're getting really, really close, I feel like. Or at least I want to say they're getting excessive. They're getting a little just extreme. They're going too far in terms of, I don't know. I guess just the intensity almost, if that makes sense. And I love mukbangs. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch them quite frequently. Now, around the time that Nikocado avocado became popular, that was where I think I started to deviate from the mukbang community, because it just became a game of trying to beat him when he was at his peak. That quite literally was what mukbangs became. It was, at least from what I remember. What I remember, it was he would do something absurd and disgusting and get a ridiculous amount of views, and then somebody else would unfortunately not have to, but would choose to, I guess, eat more or find some level of more, regardless of what it would be. More, like in terms of quality, more dip, more sauce, more everything, just more, right? Gluttony, basically, just gluttony. And I mean, even you really could consider a lot of the older stuff, older stuff, I should say, as Feederism too. And I get it. I do. I get the appeal. I get, not of Feederism, but I get the appeal of watching people eat. I understand, like, just seeing people eat that much, right? Like, I love, what's his name? Beard Meets Food? I think that's what his name is. I could be wrong. Or Matt Stoney, right? The guys who do challenges. That's cool, right? That's a little different. I don't think that necessarily falls under the same category. But anyways, those are tame. Very, like, even, again, Nikocado avocado. Those are tame. Very, very, those are like level 1 noobs compared to this new guy. And I know you know exactly who I'm talking about. James, I think his name is Bola. If I remember, I could be saying it wrong. I only briefly looked his name up because I did not want to watch his videos. I did not want to have to see him engage in, I don't even know what word to use, just a diabolical level of Feederism. It is. It 1000% is. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to converse or talk about the semantics of whether or not he's engaging in Feederism, because there's thousands of reasons. There's thousands of reasons that I could give you, but the number one, which is the only one, the only reason that I need to know for an absolute fact that this guy is engaging in Feederism is moaning. And if you haven't seen his videos, I'm so serious when I tell you this, please do not watch them. Please. And I mean, you could be into Feederism, and this might be the way that you find out who he is. And I'll describe it to you. I'll describe to you exactly who this guy is, his character, everything. I've seen his videos too many times, and not on purpose. Like, I go out of my way to try to avoid watching his videos, and yet they just keep popping up. And it's, dude. I remember the first time I saw it, I felt sick. I genuinely felt sick watching him. And I think if you've seen, there's another guy on Instagram who reacts to his videos, and then he'll give the macros. He'll give the macros for the amount of food and nutrition that guy, James, was eating during the video. And so anyways, again, if you are lucky enough to not know who I'm talking about, it's this new guy who has blown up within the last couple of months for eating an absurd amount of not just food, slop. and I do mean slop, and I mean that with the fullest extent, like critique. This is not meant to be a, oh, I don't want to shame anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. No, that is absolutely what this is supposed to be. This is disgusting, and this should not be supported anymore. It goes beyond the point of content anymore. This guy was, I don't know how big he is. He was already big even before he became popular. Even before he blew up, this guy was this big. He literally started videos at what, 400 pounds? I don't know. I have no idea how big he is, but he is a big dude. And again, he does not eat food. He won't even eat, like, I don't know, Chick-fil-A. He won't even eat McDonald's. He won't. Well, no, he does. He does eat McDonald's. But from the videos that I've seen, maybe I haven't seen enough, but he eats in, like, I'm talking about packs, entire packs of desserts, snacks. He quite literally, the most recent video that I saw of him was one where he made cereal out of chocolate milk, and it was like 4 packs of Oreos, and he dumped it in this huge bowl. Didn't even mush it up. He didn't even like break it down or anything. He just wanted the integrity all there. He didn't want to lose any satisfaction of chowing down, of just choking on the satisfaction of eating that amount of food. And so he gets his spoon and just, and dude, I know I already said it. He moans. He literally moans as if he's having sex. And oh gosh, dude, it's making me sick just thinking about it. Like, I genuinely get nauseous. I get like a sick, like, it doesn't, dude, if you need to be on a diet plan, or if you need to lose weight, and I'm talking about like you need to stick on it, like you have a problem with losing weight, go watch his videos, because I guarantee you that the way you feel after watching him, I don't even want to say eat, because it's not eating. Watching him devour not only the food, but the quantity of the food that he eats will make you sick to your stomach, and you will not want to touch a sweet ever again, bro, because you'll just think of him and his disgusting moaning, and just like he revels in it. He revels in knowing that he's gaining weight. Like, it's so obvious, dude. Like, I could care less whether or not he came out and said some BS like, oh, this is all just for content, I just do it to exaggerate. It's just, no, I'm not buying it. The same way that I did not buy when Nikocado Avocado claimed that it was a social experiment. It was a social experiment when he was posting those videos of him when he was at his biggest. Nope. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I'm not stupid, right? Like, I was not born yesterday. That dude found a gold mine. And even then, right? Even then, what his claim was that those were old videos. That's what he said. He said that those videos were old and that he was uploading them right during the present time. And so the obvious thought, the first thought that you should be thinking is, okay, so you were perfectly fine with doing that even before you posted them. Therefore, it could not have been a social experiment, because the intention of the video at the time was not for social purposes. And even if it was, that's still not a valid reason, or even a good reason, to act the way he was during his most popular time, I guess, or his peak time, 2022, I think it was, like 2022, 2023, where he was acting like a literal baby, crying and throwing food all over his face and mouth and body, throwing food at his boyfriend. Like, bro, just like, I really wish there was better words. Like, I really just, I think of like diabolic, like a I don't even know, dude, like an insane level of disgust. Just like, ugh. Like, it makes you like, I think I need to I need to almost force myself not to watch the videos, but to think of it so that I can stay on my diet, so I can continue to lose weight. And I love food. I love food, bro. I wake up and the first thing I think about is like, oh man, what am I going to eat for breakfast, right? Like, I love food as much as the next person. But these people have taken it to the point that it isn't even about food. Like, it literally is, I live to eat, not eat to live. It's not the other way around. These people, and look, like, okay, because I know exactly, like, if I was listening to myself, right? Like, if I was a different person listening to myself speak right now, the first thing I would think was, okay, well, why is it okay for other people that aren't as big to do these things? Yeah, because they work out. Like, again, the people who I was talking about, Beard Meets Food and Matt Stoney, they have a system in place to be able to do that and function, right? Or even challenges, right? That's what the whole point is. Like, food challenges have always been a thing. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, since who knows when, hot dog eating contest, right? That was probably, who knows, like 19 whenever, or even probably before. There was probably food eating contest even before the 1900s. I wouldn't know. But those guys have a system in place, and they go to the gym and they stick to that plan excessively. They can't just miss a day. They can't miss a week of the gym and continue to do the things they do. And so there's a little bit of room, you know, like, they're basically just working out. Like, they're like, that quite literally is their diet. That is their life. They just happen to be really good at eating large portions of food quickly, but they're using it for a good reason. They're using it to get stronger. They're using it to do better, right? Whatever it might be. But man, when you're 400 pounds and then you get popular because you're moaning in ecstasy as if you're having sex on camera, and then people, dude, like, from what I've heard, there are people who are basically encouraging him to continue to do these things. Now, have I seen it for myself? No. I would have to do some more research in order to fully validate, I guess. Validify? I don't know if that's a word. Regardless, you know what I'm trying to say. I would have to do some more research to fully validate whether or not that's true, because that's what I've heard. I've heard people say that there are, you know, people in the comments who will continue to tell people like James to continue to eat and continue to do more videos and continue to be the way he is. And he has no shame at all, because there literally was a video of him with a hospital band on, bro. I'm talking about the little wristband you put on when you go to the hospital, when you have to check in and they put it around you. He went home with it still on and made a video of eating. Dog, that's like if I went to jail for beating somebody up, and as I'm walking out of the jail, I beat somebody up. Like, tell me that you have no shame without telling me that you have no shame. And look, you might be wondering why I'm getting so amped up. You might be wondering I'm getting so passionate. It's because these things are normalized now. Like, again, that James guy, Nikocado Avocado, any other type of person who are doing these things, they do it because they think that they can get away with it. They think that it's okay. They think that this is just the norm now, right? And look, this might be a hot take, but I would go so far to even say that just people eating in their cars are engaging in this disgusting level of gluttony. It doesn't even necessarily have to be feederism to be considered disgusting, right? Like, you can be gluttonous without being being engaging in feederism the same way you can, you know, do vice versa. You can engage in feederism without engaging in gluttony. And so tell me why, you know, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I might see, you know, people eating like maybe you see like a chef, right? Like, you ever see those videos of people cutting up food, right? And they're like making it all gourmet, or maybe they'll say something like, oh, I'm cooking for my family, you know, and then they make the food. I'll watch a couple of those videos, keep scrolling through, boom, there's somebody in their car talking about, I ordered the entire In-N-Out menu. Let's see if I can eat it all right now. And then they set the camera up and look, again, mukbangs are cool, dude. But what is the point of grabbing the food, putting it on top of other food, and then drowning it in sauce, and then going as close as you can get to the camera and go, choking on it, literally choking on it. Like, you can hear their mouth struggling to chew with the amount of food in their mouth. And then they'll keep biting. They will keep going. Dog, you are not enjoying a single ounce of flavor, if you will, in whatever it is you're eating. If you have an entire burger on top of fries dipped in a milkshake, or even spread, right? Like, they'll take, I see those In-N-Out videos all the time where they'll have a perfectly normal double-double, a perfectly normal Flying Dutchman, but it's not enough. It's not enough to just have that. They gotta throw the fries on top, the animal style fries that already comes with cheese, that already comes with onions, and etc., etc. And then they'll pour like 3 packets of spread on there. And look, again, this might sound extremely hypocritical. I love sauce too. That's my biggest problem. I've had problems with weight, not because of the excessive amount of food I eat. I typically eat, I guess, a normal amount of food, right? But my problem with gaining calories has always come from sauce, because sauce has an excessive amount. And so I understand. I totally get it. There was one time I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and I said, I don't eat chicken nuggets with ranch. I eat ranch with chicken nuggets. Like, it's the other way around. That's how much I like sauce, because I think it makes food taste that much better. But dude, not even I would grab like 2 completely different large quantities of food, mush them together, and then put sauce on top. You're not going to taste anything. I would know, because that's what I used to do when I was younger. I literally used to make burritos, but I would put such an excessive amount of too many things. There would be too many items on my burrito for me to even be able to taste 99% of what was going on in there. There would be 1% flavor meat and 99% cheese, 99% sour cream, whatever it might be that I would put on there, bro. And I remember my brother, he looked at me and he was like, dude, that's disgusting. And I'm not gonna lie, he's right. He was absolutely right, because I don't know what I was on. I don't even know why I really don't, because I look back on it now and I don't get it. But anyways, I'm off track. It's just, man, like we got to do something, bro. There has to be something we can do, which again, it's the same thing it always is. Stop engaging with it. Even if you're on there to say like, this is disgusting, why do people do this? Even if that's what you're trying to say, by all means, please continue to say those things, but do not say it on their post. Do not say it on their channel, because all it's going to do is feed it to the algorithm, and it's just going to get more and more views, and they're just going to keep doing it, and it's going to spread, bro. And before you know it, man, there's going to be thousands and thousands of people out there talking about, let's see how many Costco pizzas I can eat. Oh my gosh, bro. I just thought of a video I saw. There was a guy who went to Costco, got a Costco pizza, and put Taco Bell burritos on top of the pizza, poured the sauce on it, and ate it. Dog. Bro. That's disgusting. That's nasty. Bro, I'm typically the person that my friend group or people around me, they consider what I eat to be disgusting, or like, what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you eating that? Or why would you do that? Like, look, I'm gonna tell you, I love blue cheese. I love blue cheese. I put blue cheese on everything. I put it on my burgers, my salads, and I don't just put a normal amount. I'm talking about, I put it on there, right? That's nasty to 99% of the people that I meet. So even for me, if that's disgusting, you take the cake. Literally. Disgusting. So anyways, before this video becomes 30 minutes long, I had to come on here, bro. I was passionate. I was ready. I had to let this one out, because there's too many videos. There is too many videos of people out there having the nerve to tell you to stop saying stuff like this. They will literally look you in the eyes and say, you're being fat phobic, which isn't a thing, by the way. You're being mean. you're being a bully, you're shaming, you're doing this, you're doing that. They're just doing it for content. People will come up with whatever reason they want without ever actually acknowledging the absurdity of the thing. I don't care if my job is to eat lollipops and let's say my job is to eat lollipops. That's what I do for a living. And I make a lot of money. I make 6 figures eating lollipops, right? But if you watched me dipping the lollipops in sugar and sauce and like I can't even think of what you would even be able to, like, I guess whipped cream on top of smush a cookie on top of, I'm gonna start munching on it. Like, why would the first thing you say to me be, oh, well, it's okay because you do it for money? No, that is not okay. That's not normal. Man, it gets me so fired up, bro. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, let me know what you think below. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day.